4 or 5 years. In tennis and golf, it's closer to 8 to 10. And that's brought down a little bit because a lot of people don't make it that long, but it's still a short career. And in that time, the athletes need to figure out, how do I make enough money? Because they don't know what they're going to do after. How do I make sure that money lasts for the rest of my life? And then how do I think about my next act, which is now obviously becoming commonplace for everyone in the world, which is, we all live longer and we can think about our next act. So in that short period of time, that career, they've got to think about all three of those things. And it really runs the gamut. Obviously, there's these stories of people who were athletes who now are incredibly wealthy because they make a lot of money or they invest well. Sometimes people actually find in second act where they make a lot more money than they did during their career. And then unfortunately, the bad stories still do happen. And I'm close to a lot of athletes, the most prominent athletes who get those opportunities. Tech companies love to have prominent athletes as investors. So if you look at the cap tables of a bunch of high-profile venture companies, you'll see some athletes in there. It's also athletes who live out there. And interestingly, one of the reasons people may remember Kevin Durant when he was figuring out where to go after Oklahoma City, he was sought after by everyone. He went to Golden State, partially to win championships, but a lot because he wanted to get close to the tech community. And actually, as a result, started a venture fund. He's a prolific investor, has done quite well, started his own media company called Boardroom, and that came from an intentional decision to, I'm gonna go to the West Coast, play basketball, and while I'm there, make all the connections to develop it. So Kevin's a really great example of doing that. And so, look, if you're a prominent athlete, you have the opportunity to invest side by side with the best firms and the best companies, of course, you should do it. It's not open to that many, but for the ones who can, they should do it. Yeah. Things that really bring us together at scale at a time when we need more connective tissue, more things that bring us together. And so the greatest compliment I've gotten from my tennis tournament is people come and look for the Nevada DC Open, for those of you who live in DC, is the people say it's the greatest melting pot of our community when they go there. And it's literally everyone, regardless of race, religion, income, geography, profession, anything. It's just everyone coming together. And it's not like, oh, that set of people are sitting here and that set of people are sitting there. It's literally everyone everywhere. I remember going to the upper deck and seeing the chairman of the FCC up there, and he was like bringing his office there. And it's just as one indication of that. And it's just so rewarding to be able to be a caretaker and a builder of these platforms that do something that I think is so important for us. And you come to our Commanders game, unfortunately we lost on Monday, but when we scored and you look at everyone together and people are high-fiving the person next to them, they don't know who they voted for, they don't know what they do for a living, they don't know what religion they are, they don't care because they all love their team.